Hey folks, it's me, Jamon Harrison, Jamon of Europe. Thought I'd go ahead and elaborate a little bit on the CIA and the kind of things they look for to identify if somebody's lying or not. If you see somebody baseline a lot, like they baseline and say, oh, the bottom line in this case is this. The bottom line, okay, that generally emphasizes somebody's lying to you. Also, liars get technical with their questions. They say, technically speaking, da 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 da. No, technically speaking, that means you're lying your butt off. Generally. Not every time, but most of the time. That's what we found. And then, liars also go into attack mode a lot. Are they, like, who's sitting there doing nothing, waiting on his turn to talk, and then who is looking for ways to attack mode and convince you to do a certain thing or not. A lot of salespeople fall into that trap. That's called an attack mode. And that's a sign of showing that you're lying. Excessive blinking is also a sign showing that you're lying. Excessive blinking, it's okay to blink, you got to, but don't do this. Let me show you the light really quick. What you see a lot of people in the press do on the news every day, they blink like this. And that generally shows that they might be lying their butt off. And that's what the CIA would tell you, too. It's in their book, Spy the Lie, Philip Houston book. It's a good book. I read it cover to cover. But you can find the Spy the Lie book on Amazon.com. It's my opinion to go ahead and get the book. It'll teach you a whole lot. Now, also stuttering. If you're stuttering a lot and blinking a lot and being legalistic and technical and all that kind of stuff too, those are signs showing you're lying your ass off. But it's fancy dancing in the sales world where you can, do those kind of things every once in a while as a sales pitch and help to sell. But really, those are signs showing that you're lying your butt off, and you really shouldn't give in to stuff like that. Because see, like, are they being polite, and is somebody being too polite? If they're too polite, like, don't tell a CIA person, yes, sir. They'll think that's too polite. But a cop wants to be called sir. And so you just gotta feel your way through it. You don't know if you're dealing with a CIA person or not. But if they're too polite, that's a sign showing they're lying. Too polite will say yes, sir, to the cop. And the cop wants to be called sir, and they want that level of politeness right there with the cops. But then the CIA people think that yes, sir, generally would influence a sign of being too polite. And so that's a sign showing that you might be lying your butt off. And I pay attention to this kind of stuff out there in the real world when I'm driving around or walking around or whatever at the stores. I pay attention to stuff like this when people are talking to me. Also, do they want to avoid eye contact? A lot of liars won't look you directly in the eye. Now, you don't want to glare at them like I used to have a problem with. Like that. You don't want to do that. But just like this. So, basically, now, when you're trying to sell a story, you engage people in your conversation. Engage them. We are going to look at this painting today of Matt Hoffman Jr. thinking we might buy it. But I was saying might be doing this. And I said, we are going to look at Matt Hoffman Jr.'s paintings today thinking I might buy one. But I said we, and I was engaging. And we did it together. Because a lot of people think it's a big step buying something off the internet. They've never done it before. Well, now they can. Now they do. Now they do what they want, Yeah. And so, I thought I'd show those things to you. Those are signs showing people, what people look for in the line of work that they're doing. If it's for the CIA, well, that's something, that should show you some basic things to look for if somebody's lying to you or not. See what I mean? Okay, folks. Love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send me messages to my inbox.